Hey guys, what's up? I am Heidi Hill and I am in your perception class. Anyways, guys, today I've decided to do a little mini lecture series going over the lecture topics that I have included on my test flashcard. As you know, our teacher allows us to have one index card for the exam, and I know it's a lot because there's so much material that's abstract in the lectures and from the textbook that it can be really hard to keep up with, and this would be easier to review instead of cramming everybody in on one Zoom session. So I thought this would be a fun way to let you guys know what I have on my index card, kind of go over a lot of the broad concepts and review everything. And hopefully this helps you guys out. And I'm posting this on my USF YouTube channel. And I'm just going to kind of leave it up there because we have our exam on Tuesday, December 5th. And I know a lot is going to be covered. And I'm just going to give you guys a quick disclaimer here before we go any further. I have gotten B's on the past two exams, high B's. So I'm not guaranteeing that this is going to help you, but it hopefully will. And I'm not going to say that everything that I'm talking about here could be on your exam. I have no idea. Like I said, a lot of this is a hit or miss. You could end up studying one thing from him and then whoop, it's like a completely different test question that you end up getting. So hopefully everything that we talk about today could be on your exam. So this is going to be my part one. I'm going to be discussing the items from lecture 3-4, which is all about the artists and going over parts of the brain that he gave you that huge 70 slide PowerPoint on artists and stuff, which a lot of that can be quite confusing and very overwhelming to discuss at one time. So today we're going to break down the parts of the brain. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to begin by breaking down the parts of the brain, the lobes specifically, and then we're going to jump into the pathways. This is just going to be a very short video. So we have the prefrontal cortex, the PFC as its abbreviation, that is going to be in your frontal lobe. That is all about your possibilities, your decision making, and making judgments. Then you have your temporal cortex, which is on the side of the brain, and that's all about identifying things. And if we mentioned our what pathway is our ventral pathway, which is located in the temporal lobe. So that's a good thing to remember. Then we have our occipital lobe in the back of the brain, and that is going to be all your visual information in the primary visual cortex. And then we have our beautiful parietal lobe, which is kind of smack dab in the middle of your brain. And that's all about space and action. And what is our action pathway? That is going to be our dorsal pathway. That is the where pathway. That is the how pathway. It's actually got a lot incorporated into that. So yeah, you kind of want to write on your flashcard here, your index card, that the dorsal pathway is your how, your how, where, and your action, okay? And then you're going to have your ventral pathway, and that is going to be the what pathway located in the temporal lobe, dorsal, parietal, how, where, action, ventral pathway, what, temporal lobe, okay? So that is pretty much it. Those are your two main pathways, the lobes that they're connected to, and then some of the functions of your brain lobes. And then I do want to mention this because, again, he did say that it was going to be partially cumulative, so I did want to bring this up. You have Broca's area, which is located in the frontal lobe, and then you have Wernicke's area, and that is located in the temporal lobe. And if we do remember, that is speech understanding and speech production. Yeah. And I think that is it. That is all that I have down on my index card for that specifically. And that is, again, I referenced this from our teacher's lectures of 3-4 in the third module for Unit 3. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video, and we will be covering Chapter 7, Action and Perception.